Why do so many of us set ambitious goals at the start of a new year, only to fall short by year's end? This question has troubled countless individuals seeking success, happiness, and personal fulfillment. At a recent Buddhist teaching session, a question from the audience perfectly captured this dilemma. No matter how much I plan, I fail to achieve my goals. Why? The Buddha's teachings offer profound insights into this problem, revealing that success often requires doing less, not more, and realigning our priorities with clarity and focus. In today's society, busyness is often mistaken for productivity. The more packed our schedules, the more successful we appear. However, this is a deceptive trap. Overloading ourselves with endless tasks drains our energy, leaving little room for meaningful progress. Think about the last time you felt overwhelmed by your to-do list. Did completing one task lead to a sense of accomplishment, or did it simply add to the pressure of ticking off the next item? The Buddha's teachings remind us that success isn't about doing more, but about focusing on what matters. The Buddha's life is a profound example of simplicity. Born a prince, Siddhartha Gautama had every material possession at his disposal, yet he left it all behind in search of deeper meaning. His journey was not about adding more to his life, but stripping away distractions. By letting go of the unnecessary, he found enlightenment, a lesson that applies to our modern lives. Practical example. Imagine a chef preparing a gourmet meal. They don't use every ingredient in the pantry. Instead, they carefully select only the finest components. Similarly, in our pursuit of goals, choosing quality over quantity can lead to far greater outcomes. The societal narrative often pushes us toward relentless ambition. Hustle culture glorifies sleepless nights and endless work. However, Buddhism invites us to pause and ask, is this busyness aligned with my true purpose? Reflecting on this question helps us identify which activities serve our goals and which merely add noise. We often start with grand visions, a perfect career, a flawless relationship, or a completely transformed life. While dreaming big can be motivating, unrealistic expectations set us up for disappointment. When reality doesn't match our imagination, the resulting gap creates frustration and self-doubt. Example from everyday life. A New Year's resolution to exercise daily often fails because it's too ambitious. Missing one workout can spiral into feelings of failure, leading to abandoning the goal altogether. Instead, setting a more realistic expectation, such as exercising 3 times a week, can lead to sustainable success. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of the middle path, avoiding extremes in thought and behavior. This principle applies to expectations as well. Moderate expectations provide a balance. They are ambitious enough to inspire effort, but realistic enough to be achievable. The Buddha's teachings arose in a society where people sought either extreme indulgence or severe asceticism. His middle path offered a revolutionary perspective, promoting balance and harmony over excess or deprivation. Moderating expectations also helps us reframe failure. Instead of viewing it as a dead end, we can see it as part of the learning process. This shift reduces the fear of trying and encourages persistence. Large goals can feel overwhelming, but breaking them into smaller steps makes them manageable. This concept aligns with the Buddhist practice of gradual self-improvement. Example: a writer aiming to complete a book might feel paralyzed by the enormity of the task. However, committing to writing just 500 words a day can lead to a finished manuscript within a few months. Small changes often have a cascading impact. Cleaning your desk might seem insignificant, but the resulting sense of order can boost productivity and creativity. These ripples extend to relationships, health, and other aspects of life. Buddhist parable. A man struggling with anger once asked the Buddha for guidance. The Buddha advised him to practice kindness in small ways, offering a smile, a kind word, or a helpful gesture. Over time, these acts transformed the man's outlook and relationships. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment. By focusing on the here and now, we can align our actions with our intentions, reducing the likelihood of getting sidetracked by distractions. Real-life example. Consider a student preparing for an exam. Instead of multitasking between social media and studying, practicing mindfulness enables them to focus solely on the material, enhancing retention and understanding. Meditation sharpens our ability to stay present. Even 5 minutes of daily meditation can improve concentration and clarity. Over time, this practice helps us approach challenges with a calm, focused mindset. Buddhist insight. The Buddha often used the analogy of training an ox to plow a field. Just as the ox must be guided patiently and consistently, our minds must be trained to stay focused. Self-sabotage often stems from internalized negative beliefs. Statements like, "I'm not good enough" or "I always fail" become self-fulfilling prophecies. Buddhism teaches that these labels are illusions, not truths. Practical exercise. Write down a negative belief you hold about yourself. Then, challenge it with evidence to the contrary. For instance, if you believe you're a failure, list instances where you've succeeded. Self-compassion involves treating yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. When faced with setbacks, instead of berating yourself, acknowledge your efforts and commit to trying again. The Buddha taught that suffering is universal, but so is the potential for growth. Embracing this perspective helps us view our struggles with compassion rather than judgment. Aligning actions with values begins with introspection. Ask yourself, what matters most to me? Is it family, health, creativity, or service? Once identified, these values become a compass guiding your decisions. Write down your top 3 values. Reflect on whether your daily activities support these priorities. If not, consider ways to realign your actions. When our actions reflect our values, we experience a sense of integrity and fulfillment. This alignment reduces inner conflict, making it easier to stay committed to our goals. Buddhist perspective. The Eightfold Path emphasizes right intention and right action, encouraging us to live in harmony with our values. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have. This perspective fosters contentment and motivates us to build on our blessings. Daily practice. Each evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for. Over time, this habit rewires your brain to notice positivity. Compassion extends gratitude outward, fostering deeper connections with others. Acts of kindness, whether a smile, a supportive word, or a generous deed, create a cycle of positivity. The Buddha taught that compassion not only alleviates others' suffering, but also nourishes our own well-being. By cultivating compassion, we create a supportive environment for achieving our goals. By integrating these principles, simplicity, realistic expectations, small changes, mindfulness, self-compassion, value alignment, and gratitude, we create a holistic framework for success. The Buddha's timeless teachings remind us that achieving our goals isn't about striving harder, but living with intention and balance. May these insights inspire you to embrace a new approach to your aspirations, paving the way for a fulfilling and purposeful life.